Hello guys, it's Ivan here checking in, and as always, first things first, hope you guys are wicked. In a few past videos I've been talking about how it's very crucial to find the problem, and it is, because by finding the problem you're in the right, you're taking the right step in the right direction, acknowledging that you have a problem and knowing what the actual problem is. Because when you fix the actual problem, all these other mini problems that you thought were the actual problem will fall into place quickly, right? Like, for example, if you think about picking up girls, most guys think that their problem is their confidence, or not being unable to crack jokes, or being unable to detach from the outcome. But the actual problem is dealing with themselves, or rather coming from a place of abundance, dealing with their default setting. Once they fix that, once they get to a point of abundance, or feeling that they're abundant, feeling that they're worthy, feeling that they're enough, right? All of the other things fall in place easily, because once you get to that point, when someone tries to insult you, or some heckler or some guy who's trying to cock block you tries to insult you, right? Instead of you just randomly losing your shit like that, or like most dudes would do, first of all you understand where they're coming from, so you feel a little pity for them, and you're like, oh, cute, you have to deal with your shit, dude, right? Or the other thing is, you understand that not everyone's gonna like you, and you're okay with that, right? So it really doesn't bother you that much, and that means, and that's the holy grail, that's the tipping point, because at that point you will start escalating upwards, right? Because you will be doing things because you want to do them. You will not be very needy, because you're coming from a place of want, not need. You're coming from a place of being enough. You're coming from a place of generous curiosity. You're being authentic by definition, and girls dig this, and you'll find yourself being more attractive effortlessly. All these other things will fall into place once you fix the actual problem. Now, the next best thing is, obviously, after finding out what the actual problem is how to fix it, which at the very basic level, the very first one I have to first mention is stop running. We all have different ways of running from things that we're afraid of facing, whether that be pain or the rejection, all these other pains these other emotions that we're bottling up we don't want to feel. And for most people, that will be drinking. Others might be smoking weed, getting high, and all of those things. Others, it might be addiction, whether that be coke or whatever it might be. You running away from your problems. For others, it might be going out every single night. You know, getting one night stands, getting into threesomes, all these other things to get them to run away from the pain, right? Whatever it might be. For others, it might be social media. Just stop running. Stop running, because it's like you're running away from a shadow. No matter how fast you run, no matter how far you run, for as long as there's light in front of you, you will never run away from your shadow. It's always with you, and it will sooner or later catch up with you. So stop running and do the next best thing. Feel it out. That's the hard part. Those who have actually taken the time to feel out their emotions will tell you how hard this is, when you actually have to cry yourself to sleep because of how much pain you're actually dealing with. This is what forces most people to do, God forbid, some bad shit like cutting themselves and stuff like that. Try, and I really beg you, right? Try so hard not to end up self-harming, because any decisions that you make, and when you're emotionally unstable like that, you're often always gonna regret them. It's like the decisions you make when you're drunk as well. Almost always you regret them. It's the same thing here. Try so hard not to, follow up on the decisions that you make when you're actually emotionally tense at that moment, when you're actually feeling out the emotions. So what I'm saying basically is, fill out the emotions, whether that be cry, regardless of whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. That's the whole point of crying. It helps us deal with the emotions, right? Those bottled up emotions or whatever, fill them up, cry it out, do whatever it is that you have to do, as long as it's not self-harming or doing any sort of damage to your physical body. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything. Just feel it out, cry it out, do whatever it might be. Or you can even use it, channel that pain, right? Feel the pain out while you're working out, or whatever it is that whatever way you find is most appropriate for you to channel it out, for as long as you're dealing with that pain, or you're dealing with whatever it is that you have to deal with, right? The shit that you were running away from. I have a friend of mine who, for her, eating ice cream while she's watching movies and crying it out helps her out, and she cries through the pain until she gets to a point where she's finally okay. She's finally, rinsed out all the pain, and she's fine, right? She's perfectly fine. Whatever it is that works for you, do that until you actually get to the point where you're okay with yourself and you love yourself and it's all good, right? And that's actually the other thing that can help with that is meditation as well. That's the whole point of meditation. Feel out the pain, let the emotions that you've been bottled up or you're running away from go straight through you, okay? And the other thing is that you have to always meditate on, actually, for the meditating on, is basically being enough. And I learned this from Alex, who was part of RSD once and 4 Week Natural. And the very first and very basic rule, he has 10 commandments as well of game, right? And his very first commandment and the basis of how he approaches game is, you're enough. There's no possible reason you're not worthy of talking to anyone or speaking to anyone on this planet, regardless however model like their looks are, or perfect their looks are, or however rich they may be. You're still worthy of talking to them because you're a human being just like they are and you have essence just like they do. So yes, you're enough. Just like other people are able to hypnotize us, we are able to hypnotize ourselves. So start saying that to yourself. Start thinking that to yourself, right? Because as you think, so you become. You're the average manifestation of your thoughts. So start thinking that on a daily basis, and sooner or later you will actually get to a point where you feel that you're enough. So those 3 things: stop running and start feeling out the pain. Meditate while you rinse out the pain. Let the pain go through you. Let the emotions that you bottled up go through you. And third one, self-hypnotize yourself to get to a point where you feel like you're enough. Those 3 will help you deal with the pain. They may not be the very basic of all of them, but in my opinion, those 2 work out quite well. So anyway, good luck with dealing with that. It is gonna hurt, but yeah, understand that time will help you heal, along with all these things. Otherwise, hope you guys like this. Drop a like, smash the like button. Let me know what you want me to tackle in the future. Subscribe for more, and I will catch you all in the next video. Done.